The best way to truly know what any hockey player is all about is to talk to his teammates, the men who battled with him day in and day out. When you talk to those who were lucky enough to have Ian LaPerriere on their side, they gush.
He was the kind of teammate that I would take on my team any day of the week because he sacrificed himself, his body, in the locker room. A great guy to down or up, he will still bring energy. So I got only great memories about Lappy.
He's one of those guys that you're glad he's on your side. He does all the little things right, and for me especially, I was a young guy coming in, and he kind of took me under his wing and kind of made me feel more comfortable.
Well, he was the heart and soul of our organization, of our team. I mean, when you play with a guy like Ian LaPerriere every day, you know you're going to get the best out of him.
And I had the pleasure of having him for a short time in Philadelphia, and he's one of those guys that did everything in his power to make sure he's prepared to be a good player and led by example, and totally emptied the tank every time he played. So it was just an absolute pleasure getting to know him and watching him play.
Forever, lovingly known as Lappy, he was a leader, setting an example for those around him and holding them all to his high standard.
And he did it both ways, both in the locker room and on the ice. He would show that, when things are not going well, he would run around, he would block a shot, he would do whatever it took for the team to kind of wake up and get better.
When I was in Philly, he came as a free agent, but it didn't take too long for him to feel comfortable in the locker room and be a voice for the team.
He's always been the guy that you had to give your best, because he was going to tell you if you didn't give your best, and he wasn't shy of maybe telling a guy, hey, you need to pick it up, because I think he was always backing it up.
Lappy has quite a few ties to the current Kings roster. Besides being coached by John Stevens in Philadelphia, he was teammates with Simon Gagne, Mike Richards, and Jeff Carter. And of course, his sole remaining tie to his time playing for the Kings is Dustin Brown. The Kings' current captain was a rookie when he and Lappy played together, and the lessons learned at that time helped set examples of what a leader should be.
When I played with them, we struggled as a team from a playoff standpoint. We never made the playoffs, but as hard as it was and as mad as or grumpy as guys were coming into the rink, he was one guy who always had a smile on his face and kind of brought the mood up in the room, and it goes a long way.
A fan favorite, not just among Kings fans, but throughout the NHL, Lappy's legacy will always be that he was the picture of toughness, never more evident than in the 2009-2010 season, when he took a slap shot to the face on 2 separate occasions.
He went down to block a shot and got hit in the mouth and took, 20 to 30, 40 stitches, and it took him about a period to sew him up, and he come running in between periods, started getting dressed, and Mike Richards grabbed me and said, hey, you can't let this guy go play. And he said, hey, I'm playing.
I saw him blocking shot with his face when I was in Philly, so he's going to pay the price now as much as he can. And unfortunately, the last season I played with was his last season because of that.
He really sacrificed his body, and I think he's still paying for it. That's the price he was prepared to pay to play in the best league in the world and become the player he was.
Though Lappy's career may have been cut short, his lasting impression will always be everything we love most about hockey players.